So the polar vortex is split in two, which may lead to weeks of wild winter weather.
I don't want any wild winter weather.
No. Hopefully it's wildly warm. Wow.
You're reading something from 2010?
No, you're on there just showing a picture of the White House, February 6, 2010, and it's blanketed with snow. Robert, I told you, they're paying people $10,000 to relocate.
To where?
Various cities, I forgot, I know one in particular is Tulsa, Oklahoma.
For what? To do what?
Oh, to live there.
I mean, why? Who's paying them?
Let me see. I'll let you know just a moment. What's the name of the program that pays people $10,000 to relocate to other cities? Oh, some cities are paying $10,000 to relocate. This is on December 20th.
And do they have jobs there for people?
Right. That's what I was thinking. Oh, here's the article that I originally saw. It's in the business section. And this young lady here, she relocated from Berkeley, California to Tulsa, Oklahoma.
To do what?
Well, all they showed her is inside the house here, inside her apartment, and she's on her computer. See?
Mm. Oh, okay.
But I'm going to look at it again because they don't really say. But you know, she's regretting it unless she was born and raised in California. But the snow in Tulsa, I know right now, she's kicked off. Oh, you're going to be Alaska State Trooper? Alaska sucks. That used to be one of my favorite shows. Come on, you know, Alaska. I paid all the fun, $100,000. You like to fish and hunt? Backpack? Well, my buddy lives in Duluth, Minnesota. He wears a snowmobile suit just to walk down the street to the street corner. That's the wind chill sometimes. 44 below. Okay. Here's a few more cities. Topeka, Kansas. I've been there. Nebraska. Newton, Iowa.
Hello.
Hey, Judge.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm ready to go. One of them came in. I just went back and re-highlighted it in your box. Not custody, and I need the warrant page signed. It was sent by Anthony Domek at 10:30 a.m.
Anthony Domek. Let me see, just a second.
Should see it highlighted in there.
At what time? Okay, Anthony Domek. And you're saying the warrant pages weren't signed?
No, just the complaint page was signed. I also have another question while I have you on the phone. I have one that was done over the weekend, and it looks like maybe it was the day that Linda Mack was here.
Okay.
And it's defendant 1 is in custody. They arraigned that person. Defendant 2 was not in custody. No one signed the warrant page on that one. Is it possible that you can sign that?
I don't think so. I don't think I can sign the warrant page once she has signed the complaint page. So,
Yeah, I don't know what, because we don't have a warrant in for the co-defendant, but then it was the weekend judge.
okay. What time did I put for the complaint earlier? On
You put
from Delman.
1:34 p.m.
1:34. Okay. Do you want me to sign 2 pages?
No, you can just sign one.
Okay. And you want me to?
Easy.
You want me to send it just to you or to everybody?
No, that's fine. You just send it to me. I'm gonna print it off so I can finish creating it.
Okay. This is Williams Kim.
It's a pain in the butt.
Not at all. All right, it's there.
LaDonna gave you a whole page of work.
I see this whole page of work. Now, who
I
was
told her not to.
that? Was
I told her
LaDonna?
not to.
LaDonna Brown did that?
LaDonna Brown did that.
Huh. I'm just disappointed that
She was laughing a little while ago and saying, "Did you see the list? And it's White's Day. Ha ha ha." That's what she was back there doing.
LaDonna Brown.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe it.
And she acted really different in the new year.
Okay.
All right.
All right. You should have it.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye.
You guys finished interviewing? You got everybody interviewed?
Not everybody, but definitely enough to decide.
Okay. As soon as they bring the files.
Yeah. What I named you shares with you. Last week? No. I don't think I. Yeah, I was waiting on there. Yeah, I got to work here. We can get a client's house. We can share that. I hold time. I would we can kind of like choice. See, they got tired. 5 years, working midnight shift. These stores real small. City work by itself. Oh, it's dead. I had a good pension. Yeah, when he switched over, French's office. It was time for it over to. Yeah, it was a girlfriend that home sick. She had changes. That's how they got.
This Rayfield Clary, we did him this morning.
Which one you're on?
Number 6.
Was it the same chart?
I think it was.
I think it was. This one. Yeah, I'm gonna compare the list to make sure it's on the same case number.
Okay.
That would be good.
Because I remember signing this warrant this morning as well.
He said it was a high school graduation on a farm. So he went there, he by himself. So he got put the bonfire out. So it was they all drunk. I tell you what, the guy hit him in the back, 2x4. Quarters play for Cleveland Browns. Those guys, so you know he said he hit it. He said those guys out there, he said those farm boys, he said those big boys. Fell on the ground. But he carried about 21. But he fell on his right side. And he said by the time he kind of, because it's nighttime, this guy, so he carried Taurus 605, 357 on the night. By the end, he radio. That's how small it was. Chief, 4 other officers. He said they basically did like this So I remember I went out, probably week after that, I went out to tape, Top Gun. I bought me a Taurus 605. Nice little result. They only 5 shop, 357. Yeah. I used to have a car, and they put LED on it. Yeah, because here, all of us, and we, I told you, after work, we were all old up. I'm sure I didn't tell you the top.
We used to go to the World Trade Center. World Trade Center.
Oh, yeah, I went to the other one in Taylor and plus the one over there in Ohio.
They had one in Taylor.
I know. Just slide on their clothes. So,
They have another one on the other side of Taylor.
oh, I didn't know that.
Rolling down, it's a lot smaller.
Yeah, man, we used to load up and top Gun. They gave me much love, but it was so powerful.
That's like,
Matter of fact, my daughter was alive, so I used to drive my big navigator on here. And before he used to ride with me, you know, it was almost 400 pounds. I didn't let him in a normal car. I drove to the bus stop once in my normal car that I had, my granddad. And it's went to the little bump downtown just to campus marching. Like this. That's okay, man. Get out. Kill my transmission. He's in security at Orlando Airport.
Blue Bird.
Yeah, we got Corey Jones. What's that?
Yes, sir.
What's that?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah, it's a hot bed.
You can start saying what our pay for.
That's a good job.
Wyatt, was it the same case number?
No, different.
Okay.
I think it's same like, circumstances, but charged.
This just to get you started. You guys understand? Who the first one on there?
Johnson.
Oh, okay. Yeah, these in
You gave me
order.
something without a file.
LaDonna.
LaDonna did that?
Yes. Yeah, I gotta go back and do the TRC.
Can you please relay my displeasure to
I already did.
Ms. Brown?
As soon as she gave it to me, I already did. I told her, I said, I'm giving her your name because you gave this to me like this. You already, she said, I know. I said, okay.
I'm not happy.
Not pleased at all.
No,
I'll let her know.
I have no idea what. Okay, tell her, please.
All right, I will.
2019, employee of the year.
Okay, so we have Johnston, Sperling, Major. So far, you got all of those?
Everyone will be.
You don't have Major? We have Rivers, Caleb, Clary, and Lloyd, AKA Jones. So right now, you do not have Major and Caleb.
If you don't want to let council ready, it has a couple more appointed, but we can check it those are.
Okay.
Just these folks right here.
What do you need first, ma'am?
They will pop on soon as they
Let me just see. I have retained counsel. Let me see who he has. Hi, Mr. Perkins. Who do you have this afternoon?
Hi, Judge. Happy New Year. I
Same to
was
you.
only signing on. I was talking to Phil Reagan, and I had lost contact. I didn't know if you got my message. Should try to see if you had Eugene Davidson or Enrico Davidson on the arraignment list. I didn't see him on the 36 docket yet.
I do not see him on our list this afternoon, or
Okay,
either
so-
of them. I don't have a Davidson at all on the list.
So that's a final. They're not going to have any add-ons?
Well, it tells me final. They have final
Okay.
on here.
Okay, good enough. All right.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so DDC, we're ready with Christopher Johnston, Richard Sperling, Keelium Rivers, Rayfield Clary, and Gerald Lloyd, aka Gerald Jones.
So just the four? Did we get along there?
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're ready with those 5, and those are the 5 files I was given, and the attorneys tell me they have interviewed those 5.
Mr. Johnson, that's right, Chris.
Hold on, Pimp.
What's your name?
Hold on. I'm still,
Copy
they
that,
just
kid.
gave me
Copy
these
that, kid.
folders.
Copy that, kid.
Lloyd after him.
Right, line them up like that. Just put these in my hand.
Hey, fellas, gonna put some mask over your nose and mouth, cause
Not gonna be a repeat of this morning.
we got 2 on this side. All right,
That sheet.
okay. When she gets ready, you're gonna step in, Chris. When you're ready, Christopher Johnson's ready, kid.
Okay. Can you hand me a back sheet for Johnson's page? They didn't have one.
How you doing?
Thank you. I'm gonna have to go right here.
What's your name?
Christopher Johnson. Christopher Johnson.
Okay. Okay. Stand by, sir. Looks like the attorney just stepped out.
Good, 'cause they just handed me all these
Wow.
You see?
Ready with Johnston? Okay.
Come on, dude.
You want some cake?
Okay.
Yes, I just found a big box of cake from a store. I don't know, it's got strawberries on the top.
Sounds good. Small piece.
Okay, give you
Thank
some.
you. All right. This is case number 200-61528, People of the State of Michigan versus Defendant 2, Christopher Johnston.
Yes, Your Honor. Brandon Bird on behalf of Christopher Johnson. My client waives his rights to formal reading, understands his constitutional rights to stand.
Okay, sir, the court will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. DDC, do you know if there are any holds?
No hoes.
Okay. All right. Anything else to bond counsel?
At the bond, Your Honor, my client indicates to us that he's a 50-year-old Blackstone resident in Detroit, Your Honor. He also indicates that he's unemployed right now, so
different forms that might be in line. But he does have some college behind him. He also indicates that he's not on probation or parole, Your Honor. These are non-assaultive allegations. We respect the evidence for a person with line.
Okay, sir. Court does take note that the charges are not assaultive in nature. Did you say he is unemployed at the time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Does he have family in the area?
He has a wife that's in the area.
Okay, so he does have some, pardon? Is he talking? Oh, that's the background, okay. He does have some family community ties.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Court has taken that into consideration, the information provided by counsel as well as that in the investigator's report. The charges are not assaultive in nature, and the court has also taken into consideration the global pandemic. However, the court is a little concerned with the fact that his criminal history is such that there are this is a habitual offender fourth offense notice, and clearly there are many more than 4 convictions or 3 convictions on here, quite a few as a matter of fact. Is your client currently on probation or parole?
Can I say something?
All right. I doubt if your attorney wants you to, but you can ask him if you can speak.
Yes, Mr. Johnson, this is your attorney, Brandon Bird speaking. I would advise you, please don't go into the facts of the case over the video or on the phone while you're in jail, because everything's being recorded and can be used against you. And I'd like you to be able to provide the best defense for yourself. So I recommend you to exercise your right to remain silent.
Okay, having heard your counsel's advice, is there anything that you still feel like you need to say?
Yeah, I mean, I know I understand I have a record, but I haven't been in trouble. I was doing a job for somebody, was trying to put his lights on, and
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Please don't talk about the facts of this case, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. Court setting bond in the amount of $2,500 personal. You have a probable cause date of February 2nd, 2021, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court. And I don't know who the judge is. Just a second.
How much you say your fine is?
It's it is? Okay. Anyway, your hearing is gonna be by Zoom, sir. You understand? You must log into your Zoom hearing, okay? Wow, that's huge. That's big.
You should see what I gave Steve. What?
Well, I don't expect it to be the same as that. You don't see it. Okay, Judge Archer. It's gonna be before Judge Archer, sir. Okay, all right, you may step away from the camera. Here you go.
Don't worry, I'll get it later.
Just that.
You gonna step on the white lines first? Say your name? You know, Richard Sperling.
Okay, Mr. Sperling.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. This is case number 200-57860, People of the State of Michigan versus Richard Roy Sperling. Counsel.
Ryan Barad, PA 3665, on behalf of Mr. Richard Sperling, late greetings stand with you. Mr. Sperling's been advised of his constitutional rights.
All right, sir. Court's going to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. I'm going to ask you as to bond, but this is a capias from Judge King.
I understand.
Have you spoken to Judge King?
We are aware of the capias. I would just still like to place an argument on the record.
You can, but Judge King is not going to give me permission without speaking with him. So have you spoken with him?
We have not spoken with Judge King yet.
Okay. Go
If
ahead.
I may, Your Honor, still place an argument on the record.
This, when they said the president, he don't have a felony to proceed.
Okay, well. Okay, go ahead, counsel.
Your Honor, Mr. Sterling is a 28-year-old lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. He's a high school graduate here in the community. He has absolutely no prior criminal convictions. He currently resides in the city of Detroit with his mother and his 3 children, ages 6, 4, and 10 years old. Your Honor, as this is a non-assault allegation, he was originally appointed as attorney, Liana Frawley, who he maintains he only really got to talk to about 1 time. So, Your Honor, I'd ask the court if we can, I understand what directive the court's under and what the court is inclined to do, but I'd just like to make a record and ask the court to find cause to amend the bond to a personal bond, if not a personal, with some sort of GPS device, as this is a non-assault allegation and we already go over how.
Okay, thank you for your representation, counsel. I do not have the authority to change this bond. We can contact Judge King to see if he chooses to change it. If we're able to contact him and he chooses to change it, we will. If we cannot reach him, this bond stands, and the bond is $10,000 cash surety. And this is for your failure to appear for your probable cause conference on December 4th, 2020. There's the clerk here right now. So, all right. So as it stands right this minute, you have a probable cause conference scheduled for January 14th, 2021, preliminary exam on January 21st, 2021, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge King. As of right this minute, the bond is set at $10,000 cash surety. We will try to get in contact with Judge King, and if that changes, we will ask for you to come back in front of the camera, okay?
Thank you.
All right, now, that can happen before court is over with?
We're gonna try.
Well, we're gonna make the attempt.
And then if she don't talk to him, I just gotta call him out.
We're gonna call the judge and see if they're paying.
Hey, Green.
Not that.
What's your name, sir?
Keely Rivers, how you doing, young lady?
Okay. Let me ask you something, counsel. I have all these other files now. Have all these people been interviewed? Do you know?
All right, I can tell you the names I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, including Mr. Rivers right now. And I know Counsel Reagan has about the same amount, but he's gonna come to the table. So we're definitely ready to proceed on Rivers.
Okay. I know you have Rivers, Clary, and Lloyd, but I have like a whole nother stack now, so I didn't know if you were ready with those. Okay, let's go with Rivers. All right, this is case number 210-55069, People of the State of Michigan versus Kelium Armand Rivers. Counsel.
Ryan Murat, PA 3665, on behalf of Mr. Kelium Rivers, wait formal reading, stand mute. Mr. Rivers has been advised of his constitutional rights.
All right, sir, the court will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. DDC, are you aware of any holds?
No holds, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything as to bond, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. I'd like the court to know Mr. Rivers is a 44-year-old lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. He maintains that he has no prior criminal history whatsoever, no previous history that we're aware of. Further, that he is unfortunately at this time suffering from multiple sclerosis. which leads me to believe that he's extremely immunocompromised, Your Honor. In the midst of the global health pandemic, I believe that he is in danger, if not released. I'd ask this court respectfully to consider that although these are serious offenses, that they do appear non-assaultive on their face. I ask this court respectfully for a personal bond in this matter and a no contact order with the complaining witness on the misdemeanor.
Okay, sir, well, first of all, DDC, please mark his file medical. These are non-assaultive charges. However, the court's reading of the investigator's report indicates that after an alleged auto accident, the defendant followed someone to their home. Allegedly took things out of her vehicle and off of her vehicle. Sir, you are to have no contact with Sharna Hubbard. No physical or verbal contact, no contact by way of text or social media, no contact with her place of employment, school, or residence. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am. I don't even know. It was just an honest mistake I did.
Don't say no, sir. Just yes or no, sir, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, the Saturday or Sunday, you got to the sprinkler in the room. The first time that ever happened, Katie goes down the room. You don't fuck up. Oh no, no, sit in there. Katie like, get back at 15 minutes, they're gonna go.
Court has taken into consideration the information provided by counsel as well as that of the investigator's report. Counsel is your client working? Did you say? Oh, I know you said he has multiple sclerosis, but is he working?
He's not employed at this time.
Okay. Court has taken it also into consideration the defendant's employment status as it relates to his ability to post a bond. Court is also aware and takes notice of the fact that there is a global pandemic at this time. Court is going to set your bond, sir, in the amount of $5,000 personal. You have a probable cause conference on February 2nd, 2021, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge King. That is going to be by Zoom. So it's up to you to make sure that you have logged in to your Zoom conference on that day and at that time. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert. Nothing further.
All right. I'm gonna call Judge King. Can you call Judge King? Yes, there's a capious bond here. Pardon me. What's your name, sir?
Cheryl Lord.
Let me, as to the gentleman we just had, let me see him just for a second again. That was Rivers. Let me have that file.
Bring who back?
Rivers. Wasn't that Rivers that we just had?
Yes.
Okay. He's gone?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, line, say that together, go.
Yes, sir.
You might.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Rivers, I want you to know that you are not to purchase or possess any firearms or any other dangerous weapons during the pendency of this matter. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am. I won't do it again.
Okay, please step away from the camera. Counsel, as to Richard Sperling, we have attempted to contact Judge King and he is not in the building. So
I understand, Your Honor. We're gonna see if we can reach out to this person. We'll update the court if we hear.
okay. All right. Your name is Gerald Lloyd?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is case number 210-55078, People of the State of Michigan versus Gerald Lloyd, also known as Gerald Jones. Counsel.
Prior to our RPA 3665, on behalf of Mr. Gerald Lloyd, we call more readings, and Mr. Lloyd's been advised.
All right, sir. Court's going to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Are there any holds, DDC?
No holds.
Okay, go ahead, Counsel Esteban.
Your Honor, Mr. Lloyd is a 33-year-old lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. He wants the court to know that he has no prior criminal convictions, no previous history that we're aware of. Unfortunately, is not employed at this time, Your Honor, unable to post any monetary bond. I'd ask this court respectfully to consider sending personal bond. That's how both serious. These are non-assaultive allegations. Again, we ask the court for personal bond.
Who does he live with? Do you know?
I understand that he's currently has a stable residence in the city of Detroit with his grandmother, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, sir. You're not to purchase or possess any firearms or any other dangerous weapons during the pendency of this matter. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Court has taken into consideration the information provided by counsel as well as that of the investigator's report. This is not an assaultive offense. The court is not aware of any capious history. The court has been informed that there are some community ties. And the court also takes note that we are currently in a global pandemic. The court is setting your bond, sir, in the amount of $5,000 personal. You have a probable cause date of February 2nd, 2021, 8:30 a.m. 36th District Court in front of Judge King. That's going to be by Zoom. It is going to be your responsibility, sir, to log in and be prepared on the given date and time. Do you understand that, sir? All right. You may step away from the camera.
This way, Lord, first of all, it doesn't need.
You're ready on who?
Howard.
Howard. Let's see.
Ray Sean Howard.
Hold on, let's see. Do we have Howard?
It shouldn't be a double file.
Let me find it. Okay. Howard with the traffic matters as well. What's your name?
Ray Sean Howard.
Okay, Mr. Howard, we have a few matters here with us. Apparently. All right, you do have some traffic matters. These are traffic misdemeanors. You're going to be getting a personal bond on these matters, sir. These misdemeanors come with a penalty of 93 days and or $500 fine plus court cost. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is ticket number P819258. Rayshawn Nicholas Howard, charged with count 1, failed to display a valid operator's license. Count 2, driving unregistered or untitled vehicle. Count 3, no insurance misdemeanor. P1024661. Count 1, driving unregistered or untitled vehicle. Count 2, driver's license never acquired. Count 3, no insurance misdemeanor. U313-67816. Violation of City Controlled Substance Code. 16293-200. No operator's license in possession. Did you hear the charges and the penalties that you could receive?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. You have a pretrial date of February 3rd, 2021, 9:00 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge McClinton. All right. Did you receive and read an advice of rights form?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you at public expense. You understand your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, on these traffic matters, the court is going to set aside the warrants and continue the bonds. Now let's get to your other matters. This is case number 200-61986, People of the State of Michigan versus Rayshawn Nicholas Howard. 200-62178, People of the State of Michigan versus Rayshawn Nicholas Howard.
Brian Barat, PA 3665, on behalf of Mr. Rayshawn Howard, grateful reading, stand you. Mr. Howard's been advised of his constitutional rights.
All right, sir, the court's going to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf on both matters. Are there any holds?
Holds, yes, Your Honor.
He does have holds? Okay.
Yes.
Can you tell me what's going on, Brian?
Dear Lord, and I don't know this.
Just a second, counsel.
Yeah. I go over there and stand there and I go, hey, did you tell him that? Hey, they're standing next to me. I go, I go, all the pictures. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, did you hear? I go, I'm going to you home. What?
Okay, go, Counsel Esteban.
Bond, Your Honor, I'd like the court to know Mr. Howard is a 25-year-old lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. He wants the court to know that he's gainfully employed doing construction at this time, and he does have a stable residence in the community with his girlfriend and their 1-year-old child. Your Honor, I do understand that these are very serious charges, however, they do appear non-assaultive on the face on both matters, Your Honor. I'd ask this court respectfully to consider setting a personal bond in this particular matter, given that we are involved in a pandemic, and that Mr. Howard does have ties to the community.
They got a bag in there. I can't get the bag to the court.
Yes, sir. Mr. Howard, these matters are serious charges.
Yes, ma'am.
At least with one, you've taken away the time and resources of the police department when others could certainly have used it. It is true that on their face, these are all non-assaultive charges. Based on the information provided by counsel as well as that of the investigator's report, the court has also taken into consideration global health pandemic as well as Mr. Howard's ties to the community and the fact that the court is not aware of any capious history. On case number 200-61986, court is setting bond in the amount of $5,000 personal. on case number 200-62178. Court is setting bond in the amount of $7,500 personal. Hey, sir, you may step away from the camera. Did I give his court date? Hold on. You have a probable cause hearing of January 29th, 2021, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones. That's going to be a Zoom hearing. So both your traffic matters and your criminal matters are going to be Zoom hearings, sir. It's your responsibility to make sure that you log in to all of those hearings on time. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, please step away from the camera.
Thank you, Your Honor.
One. All right. What are those? What are we doing? Are we going down the list or what?
Yeah.
Are we going straight down the list or you guys still pulling names? How we doing?
Could we start with Cheatham?
What happened to Clary? You don't have
We
it?
have Clary.
Okay, can I have Clary? And you said you have Cheatham?
Yeah, Cheatham, Clary, Gay, Garrett, Zamora, Williams, and Watt. And I believe Council Reagan has a bunch of others.
You have Clary, Cheatham, and who?
Clary, Cheatham, Garrett, Gay.
Garrett, Gay? I don't see Garrett. Oh, I have a Gay. Okay, Garrett and Gay. Yeah, okay.
Julian Gay, and Williams and Wise, but I believe those are female.
You said you have Zamora?
Yes.
You have Zamora? Okay. What about Phelps or McClellan?
Still waiting on those.
You don't have, what about Caleb?
Still waiting on Caleb.
What about Major?
Still waiting on Major. Council Reagan is like to go with all of those two.
Okay, all right, so DDC, it appears we have Clary, Zamora, Garrett, Gay, and Cheatham. What's your name, sir?
I'm sorry. Grayfield Cleary.
All right, Mr. Clary. Okay, counsel just stepped away.
She's trying to get it.
I do have Major and Brunner, and I believe Council Reagan is about to zoom in to do Cleary.
Okay. I denied this one this morning.
Wasn't on there. I don't even have updated.
I'm trying to figure out how I get home available on my own spot, my own house. You know who the prosecutor is on this? I'm starting to feel targeted. For real, like, you get me home invasion on the place I stay at. Yeah. Address and everything on it.
Oh, this gonna run over.
My phone.
This is the last one I got for you.
There you go.
Where you get the bid, buddy?
Am I allowed to say something?
I don't know.
Well, are we still waiting on?
Is Council Reagan in the waiting room?
What are you waiting?
Mr. Reagan, are you ready on Mr. Clary?
Absolutely, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
All right, this is case number 210-55083, people of the state of Michigan versus Rayfield Jr. Clary, AKA Rayfield Clary. Counsel.
Your Honor, Philip Reagan on behalf of Mr. Clary, I would waive the formal reading, stand mute. Mr. Clary has been advised of his constitutional rights, Your Honor.
All right. So the court's going to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Are there any holds, DDC?
No holds.
Okay. Anything as to bond?
Judge, as to bond, Your Honor, and, I always got to be forthright with the court. My client's 33 years of age. He is employed at a steel factory, Judge. He is on medication. He takes Risperdal and Seroquel. He hasn't had his medication whatsoever. He was before the court this morning, Judge, and the court set a bond in his matter. He had a domestic violence case this morning. Bond was set at $25,000, 10%, Judge. Now, what bothers me about this newer case, Judge, he's charged with home invasion, second degree, and unlawfully driving away of an automobile. Now, the home invasion, second degree, Judge, is at his house. Now, my biggest problem, Judge, is that the alleged date of this case is September 30th. It's the date on the information. It says date of offense, September 30th, 2020. Well, when I look at the JIS, it says October 8th. Well, that's neither here nor there, Judge. This warrant does not get signed until today. So my client, Judge, these allegations were made almost 3 months ago. Nobody followed up on them. But it wasn't until he got into custody with the detectives, start talking about this new case, that the detectives decided, oh, wait a minute, let me just go ahead and submit something and have them sign it today, which I think is totally unfair. I think it's totally unjust. They could have submitted this warrant long ago if they were going to do it. They weren't going to do it, Judge. And I think it's really a travesty for them to do it, Your Honor. It's his house. He got permission to drive that car, but that's neither here nor there, Judge. He already has a $25,000, 10% bond that you set for him this morning, Judge, for the new case that allegedly occurred on December 21st, 2020, but they didn't sign until yesterday. He has a $25,000, 10% on that with the GPS tether. So I'm asking the court to set a personal bond on this. Now, saying all of that, Judge Toriana Bonds, there's no more. The relationship is done. It's over. He's the one sitting in jail right now. We talked about this in depth. He says that nobody called the police back in September, October. And I tend to believe that since he's been at that residence and he has been fine since September, October, November with her. So, but I did explain to him, Judge, he's to have no contact with her, as you've already stated. Plus, he shouldn't want to have contact with her. These are two cases, and he's sitting in jail. So I don't think the court has to worry about him going near her, Judge. Plus, he has a GPS tether on the case this morning. I'm asking the court to consider a personal bond on this particular case because I just think it's unfair, Judge, to come and sign a warrant just because you have somebody in custody on a new case 3-4 months later. That just doesn't make sense to me.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Judge. I'm done.
He does not live at 18660 Revere Street anymore?
Absolutely, unequivocally not, Judge. Absolutely not. Not when you can go call the police on me and make false allegations, no.
Okay, but now, counsel, you're talking about what you would do. I'm just trying to find out what he has done. Does he live there?
And the only reason I know that because me and Mr. Clary talked in depth about this, Judge. And I want to do is try to do what's best for him. And I don't think having contact, well, definitely the court has already said no contact, so we can't do that. So that's out of the question. It's a court order.
Okay, so, and that's going to be the court's order on this matter as well. So you're not to have any contact with Toriana Bonds, no physical or verbal contact, no contact by way of text or social media, no contact with her place of employment, school, or residence. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes.
Okay. The court has heard representation by counsel, has also reviewed the investigator's report. The court is not aware of any capious history. Court is aware that there are prior convictions, but is not aware of any capious history. I recall there being ties to the community. I believe he's employed.
Absolutely, steel factory, Your Honor.
These are not assaultive charges. And the court is taking note that there is a public pandemic at this time. Court is going, but these are serious charges.
Very serious, Judge.
And the court wants Mr. Clary to be aware that the court thinks that these are serious charges.
Yes.
All right. Court is setting your bond, sir, in the amount of $10,000 personal. You have a probable cause date of January 26, 2021. January 26, 2021, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles. It'll be by Zoom. It'll be your responsibility to make sure that you are in Zoom court on time, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Can I ask you a question?
Only if your attorney allows you.
It doesn't have anything to do with. Yeah, we don't want to talk that. No more talking.
Yeah, I'll speak with you.
Okay, we'll talk.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Step away from the camera.
Thank you.
Up the one, push back upstairs, bro. Next round. Come on, bro. Come on, hold on. On the right line to the first play, dog. On that right line, Jitty. For the first and last game? Yes, sir. Earlier Cheatham.
I can't hear you, sir.
Earlier Cheatham.
Okay. Still didn't really hear you. Oh, Cheatham, is that what you said? Cheatham?
Elliot Cheatham.
I got it. Thank you. This is case number 210-55087, People of the State of Michigan versus Elliot Cheatham. Counsel?
Brian Moran, PA 3665, on behalf of Mr. Elliot Cheatham, waivable reading stand use. Mr. Cheatham's been about his constitutional rights.
All right, sir. The court's going to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. DDC, are there any holds?
No holds.
All right, Counsel Esteban.
Esteban, Your Honor, I'd like this court to be aware that Mr. Cheatham is a 41-year-old lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. He has earned his PhD here in the community. I'd also like to talk about Mr. Cheatham's family ties, Your Honor. He has a stable residence here in the community with his mother and 3 of his children, Your Honor, 2 of them being adults and 1 of them still at the age of 17. Now, I understand that the court does see a fourth official offense notice, but if the court will take a glance at this warrant, it does look like all of his convictions are non-assault convictions, Your Honor, and I don't see anything until since 2016. So it looks like it's been approximately 5 years since Mr. Cheatham's had any run into the parole, Your Honor. I understand that this on its face isn't an assaulted allegation, Your Honor, but I'd ask the court to consider Mr. Cheatham's presumption of innocence and the fact that he's never, in his 41 years, been charged with being assaulted. You know, usually, his own convictions were drug-related convictions for possession of contraband. However, he's never been charged with being assaulted. Now, I'd ask the court to keep in consideration just lost job. He's unable to again, let's have a stable residence in the community. Definitely understands no contact with the complaining witness. I've asked the court to allow us to and meeting with counsel outside of custody of the Wayne County Jail. Further, Your Honor, which I do understand he wants to get home to his children. Respectfully, ask this court again for a personal bond with no contact.
Okay. Well, yes, on its face, this is a non-assaultive matter. However, in reading the investigator's report, there seems to be a little bit more to it. The allegations are that the defendant climbed on top of the complainant's vehicle and jumped through the window. The defendant then punched and kicked the complainant, stating, "You know what it is." So there was a little bit more to it than just that. I'm not sure if your client was acquainted with the complainant or not. It doesn't say. But sir, you're not to have any contact with Craig Cobb. No physical or verbal contact, no contact by way of text or social media, no contact with his place of employment or residence. You're also not to have any contact with the property located at 19919 Prevost in the city of Detroit. Do you understand that, sir?
No.
Was that negative?
I believe that was yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Having a hard time understanding him. Okay. Court is also taking note of the fact that prior convictions involved drugs, and many times drugs can lead to charges such as these. So, sir, you are not to use any alcohol, marijuana, or illegal controlled substances during the pendency of this matter. Is that understood?
Yes.
All right. You're also not to possess or purchase a firearm or any other dangerous weapon during the pendency of this matter. Is that understood?
Yes.
Okay. The court finds that there are community ties. The court is not aware of any capious history. The court is also taking note of the fact that we are currently in a global pandemic. The court is going to set bond in the amount of $20,000 personal. Sir, you have a probable cause date of February 2nd, 2021, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge King. That will be by Zoom. It will be your responsibility to log in on time. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes.
Okay, please step away from the camera.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bullpen one. This way, Zamora. You gonna step on the white line, so the first and last line? Say your man.
What's your name, sir?
Zachariah Jose Zamora.
This is case number 210-55088, People of the State of Michigan versus Zachariah Zamora. Counsel?
Brian Murat, PA 3665, on behalf of Mr. Zach Zamora, wait for reading stand mute. Mr. Zamora has been advised of his constitutional rights.
All right, sir. Court's going to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. DDC, are there any holds?
No holds.
Okay, go ahead, Counsel Esteban.
Esteban, Your Honor, I'd like the court to know Mr. Zamora is a 37-year-old Michigan resident here in the state of Michigan and has been so since he's about 8 years old. He's also gainfully employed at college grade in Grand Blanc. He's completed 2 years college in the state of Michigan. He does maintain that he does take medication. I'm unaware of any capious history whatsoever, Your Honor. I do not believe he's on probation or parole at this time. Your Honor, I do understand that this is a habitual force defense notice, and it really looks like there were two events. It looks like there was an event in May, and it looks like there was an event in July of 2019 where Mr. Zamora was convicted of drug offense. Now, I ask the court to keep in consideration that these are all non-assaulted convictions on his record, and that he's had a relatively clean slate but for this 1 year in 2019. So, Your Honor, I ask the court to also consider that he has a stable residence here in the community where he resides with his mom and his sister. He does have 2 children here as well. I ask this court respectfully for a personal bond. Although serious, these are all non-assaulted allegations and non-assaulted previous convictions.
Okay, yes, these are non-assaultive charges. However, they are serious charges, and there appears to be some pattern of those types of charges. And you're telling me that your client is not on probation or parole for these 2019 matters?
Based on brief conversations between my client and counsel. That is the understanding I have at this time.
He's gonna stay there. No, you ain't fucking in the room.
Yeah, the court is concerned about the fact that there seems to be a serious pattern of this drug use. Sir, there's to be no alcohol, marijuana, or illegal controlled substance use or possession during the pendency of this matter. You're not to possess any or purchase any firearms or dangerous weapons. You understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you say he's employed?
At Auto Appraise in the city of Grand Blanc.
In Grand Blanc.
Yes.
And yet this matter took place in Detroit, is that right?
Allegedly, right. Yes.
All right, sir. Court has taken into consideration the representation of counsel as well as the information provided in the investigator's report. Court does take note of the fact that these are non-assaultive charges, that you do seem to have some ties to the community, this community, or at least the state of Michigan. Grand Blanc is not really this community. Court is not aware of any capious history. However, the court is a little suspect as to whether or not you are or are not on probation or parole for these 2019 matters, Mr. Zamora. Court has also taken into consideration that we are currently in a global pandemic. Court is going to set your bond in the amount of $10,000 personal. Sir, you'll have a probable cause hearing on February 2nd, 2021, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Archer. This will be by Zoom, and it will be your responsibility to log in on time on that date. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, please step away from the camera.
All right. You want to push you in, bud? Hey. The side? No, wait a minute. Tomorrow. You want to step on the white line this time? So you'll push the last back?
Nation Major.
This is case number 190-57954, People of the State of Michigan versus Nashon Zachariah Major. Counsel.
Ryan Maratke, 3665, on behalf of Mr. Nashon Major, with full greetings, and you, Mr. Major's been advised of his constitutional rights.
All right, the court will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Counsel, DDC, are there any holds?
No, I have no holds.
Okay, counsel, are you aware that this is a capious bond?
Your Honor, I was made aware. I have we'd like to make an argument as to good cause. I understand the directive that the court's under, but it does appear that the original incident date here is June 2nd.
All right, Brother Dwight.
And that Mr. Major was in custody at some point after that incident date, was then released, and then I believe later charged. Now, Mr. Major had no idea he had a warrant based on a conversation, and it has happened plenty of times around here where people are held for 3 days, are released, and are not charged until much later until they're already home. And if there's not a correct address on file, I don't think there's any way for Mr. Major to really get noticed.
Well, he was arraigned. He was arraigned.
From what I understand, Your Honor, is that he was released.
He was arraigned by by Magistrate Echartea on June 17th, 2019. Pardon me?
So, and I understand that the information, of course, provided with, however, just based on my conversation with Mr. Major, is he was not aware of this warrant.
Okay.
Now, I would just like the court to know that he's on progressive disability at this point. He was recently hit by a truck while on his bike. He's disabled, he goes to physical therapy. He does have other physical and mental issues that he's treating at this point. And I believe he's not able to get the most adequate treatment in any jail. Your Honor, I ask the court to find cause to amend the final personal law.
Okay. This looks like at some point he was on June 13th, 2019. He capiased, and Judge Baltimore set a $5,000 cash bond, but he was back before Magistrate Echartea.
You out of here? I know that's right, so I got my little fan.
Mr. Reagan, hold on, Mr. Reagan, hold on.
Okay.
I don't know which one of these is him.
This guy.
I think this is him.
Hey, we're gonna be here. Let me look at my water.
Mr. Reagan, we're gonna remove you. I think that removed him. Okay. So then he was before Magistrate Echartea on June 17th, 2019. Magistrate Echartea set a $5,000 personal bond. So he was given the opportunity to have a personal bond. Then on June 24th, 2019, he was before he was supposed to be before Judge Bryant. And Judge Bryant set a $5,000 cash surety bond. At this point, he has a hearing date in front of Judge Jones. So.
I completely understand all of that, Your Honor. I just wanted to point out one thing very briefly. At that time, there were no defense attorneys at arraignment. He did not have the benefit of counsel to really sit down and talk to him and explain to him how this works. If there's somebody who's really never been convicted of a crime before and who's not familiar with the process, who did not have the benefit of counsel, I understand that, the magistrate did take a chance on him and giving him personal bond, but I think this time it's different because he has a thorough understanding of what's really to come next. He's had the benefit of counsel Reagan, who's been practicing for over 20 years, to really break down, hey, you have to go to your court date, this is how the arraignment works, this is how bond works. I think that's a benefit he has had in the past.
Well, counsel, I'm confident in Magistrate Echartea's recitation of what exactly he had to do. I know how thorough she happens to be.
Absolutely.
And she's been practicing just as long as Mr. Reagan. I'm sure that she gave him the dates. I know that he got paperwork when he left with exactly the dates and times on them.
I completely understand, Your Honor, but when we're dealing with indigent defendants who likely did not have the same level of education as many of us did, and when we're dealing with entities of the state, which at the end of the day, I believe every single magistrate of this court does a great job in explaining court dates and bond conditions. However, without the actual benefit of counsel, I don't believe in some particular instances.
Okay, well, he knew where he was supposed to be, and it wasn't his first time having contact with the court. As a matter of fact, as I go back even further, excuse me. As I go back even further, it was this court on June 3rd, 2019, that initially set a $5,000 personal bond. Then he didn't show up, and that's when Judge Baltimore set the cash bond. Then he was back before Magistrate Echartea, got another personal bond, and now we're back at a cash bond. At this point, if you're interested in contacting Judge Jones, because that's who it's going before. If she chooses to change it, that's fine. If she's here. If she's not here, The next person to contact is Judge King. We've already indicated that he's not here. So let's go through this. Sir, at this point, you have a probable cause conference on January 13th, preliminary exam date of January 20th, 2021, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones. At this point, you have a $5,000 cash surety bond, unless Judge Jones changes that. If she changes that, we will call you back in front of the camera. If she's even here, I'm not sure if she's available. If she's available and chooses to change it, we will contact you or have you come back. If not, the $5,000 cash surety bond stands. All right, thank you. You may step away from the camera.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes.
The first time.
Wait a minute. Hold on, sir. You have an attorney here. I'm not sure if he wants you to speak.
So, sir, I think what you're about to do is sort of try to explain why you didn't get notice or why you missed the court date. But what's going on is the magistrate here does not, sir. The magistrate
Sir, let your attorney speak to you, please.
So hear me out, Mr. Major. The magistrate at this stage does not have the authority, regardless of what you and I tell her, to change this bond. It has to come from the judge. It has to come from Judge Jones. So what we're going to do is try to contact Judge Jones today and tomorrow to see if she would be willing to change that bond. Also, we do have your mother's contact information. There is a bail project that helps with these kinds of things. So our office is going to do everything that we can on our end to get you out of there as soon as possible, okay?
Yes, sir. I just wanted to just add one thing for the record. The first time that you guys said I missed court, I was still locked up in the detention facility. So the judge overturned that because it was basically the security guards' fault that I didn't make it to court. I still was locked up in my cell. That's when the judge overturned it. Other than that, I was still going back and forth to court with Judge Archer. The same day that I got word that the guys a unit was dispatched out to come get me. So I was trying to go to court on every court day, just like I went to court with Judge Archer. I just didn't receive no paperwork, and I even have videos and messages of me being downtown trying to go to court and checking the ballot to see if I had to go to court this day because I was unaware of which day. So in my mind, I was thinking after I was done with Judge Archer over there across the street, I was thinking they was going to bond my case over. I was unaware.
Okay, thank you, sir. You may step away from the camera.
Okay. Let's wait for Sean.
I'm going to just run this to council briefly.
You gonna lock me out? Oh.
What's your name? Oh, I'm sorry.
This is where I left off. Hey, pray when you finish, log me off, please. Thank you. Yes, Mom. What's that? Oh, it's good. I didn't see it for the year. I'm here. Yeah, all the day.
What do you want? That's all we have. All we have is this. Oh no, we got the thing down here somewhere. Where she got it? Bonner. There you go. I don't know. What's your name? Here. Come on.
What's your name, sir?
Martin Garrett.
This is case number 210-55090, People of the State of Michigan versus Marvin Garrett, AKA Marvin LaFont Garrett. Counsel.
Marvin LaFont, 365, on behalf of Mr. Marvin Garrett, we formal reading stand mute. Mr. Garrett's been advised of the constitutional right.
All right, DDC, are there any holds?
You take that.
No. Are there any holds, DDC? Okay. All right, counsel.
Your Honor, I'd like the court to know, Esteban, Mr. Garrett is a 28-year-old lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. In his 28 years here, Your Honor, he's had no criminal convictions whatsoever. He's a high school graduate here in the community. He's gainfully employed at Exchange Fire Services. Your Honor, he has a stable residence here in the community at an address that's different from the complaining witness's address. He will not be residing with the complaining witness, nor will he be residing at the address on Beaverland Street. Your Honor, I understand these are assaultive allegations, but a little bit more about Mr. Garrett and less about the allegations is that he has 3 children, 3 girls, Your Honor. He's a girl dad here in the city of Detroit. He's had no issues with the law, no habeas history whatsoever. Now, I understand these allegations are serious, but I believe with a no contact order, a personal bond, maybe even a GPS monitoring device, Your Honor, at that address on Braille where he stayed, it would allow him to continue his job, to continue seeing his children, and to begin mounting a defense on his own behalf. I ask the court to let him do this outside of the custody of the Lake County Jail. We respectfully request a personal bond in this matter. We would not affect him with a GPS monitoring device. And with respect to the no contact order, Mr. Garrett is confident that he's going to make this court proud and have absolutely no contact with the complainant and follow every order of this court.
Okay, so the investigator's report does show that the complainant and defendant have the same address, and it's your representation that they no longer live at the same address?
Correct, Your Honor. And my representation is that Mr. Garrett resides at an address on Braille, and not the address on Beaverland that's listed on the report.
Okay, so your dependency of this matter, you're not to use any alcohol, marijuana, or any illegal controlled substances. You're not to possess or purchase any firearms or any other dangerous weapons. Are you clear on that, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Or my second option is a room. I can live out of a room. I got enough money to live out of a room until I can get on my feet. So that would be a second option as well.
Sir,
anything to avoid her is what I'm saying.
Mr. Garrett, okay. So we're gonna stand mute and we're not gonna do any talking, okay?
Yes, sir.
So, sir, remember, we're not gonna do any talking. I'm gonna do all the talking for you. Now, the only thing that you need to know is that you cannot have any contact, as we discussed, with Lindsay Wilson.
Yes, sir.
Okay? And you're gonna have no problem doing that because you're not staying at that Beaverland address as we discussed. Is that correct?
Oh, no, sir.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so as of now, sir, I just want you to remain silent. Let the magistrate make a determination as to bond, and we're gonna go from there, okay?
Yes, sir.
Well, sounds like he has money to post a bond. That's what it sounded like to me. So,
I know that he's, as I did it, sir, remember, no talking. Remember, let's put the mask back over your nose. No talking. Now, Your Honor, as I did indicate, he is gainfully employed at Shakes Fire Services.
But with respect to posting a bond, Your Honor, I'd ask the court to consider a personal bond and not a monetary bond, as we still are in a global health pandemic. He has 3 children that he's providing for here in the community.
But if he has money to post a bond, the global health pandemic won't affect him in the jail because he won't still be there. So let me just let him know what he has to do regarding Lindsey Wilson. Sir, you're not to have any contact with Lindsey Wilson, no physical or verbal contact, no contact by way of text or social media, no contact with her place of employment, school, or residence. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am, that's fine. That's perfectly fine.
These are very serious allegations. Both charges, both counts are serious. They're both assaultive in nature. And the court has some serious concern regarding that. The court is aware that we are in a pandemic, a global pandemic. However, should you post bond, you won't be in the confinement that you are now. And that part of it won't be an issue. Court is not aware of any capious history. Court is setting your bond, sir. An amount of $35,000. Be a personal bond with a GPS tether. That's correct. 35,000.
Personal bond with a tether. So, sir, that means you're not gonna have to pay any money today besides paying for that GPS tether, okay? You're going to be released on a personal bond.
How much am I supposed to pay? Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to know, like, how am I gonna pay for the, how much do I gotta pay for the GPS tether? And like, can I get a time, because I still gotta work to get some money. I don't have no money stashed or nothing. I just gotta get, at least if I can get to work, I can try to put forth an effort to, you know, do my part. But right now I don't have nothing. I'm broke. I'm musty. I stink. You know, I don't have nothing right now. Like literally nothing. Only thing I can do is go to work to try to make the money. I go to work every day. I get paid.
The court is continuing with the GPS tether. You've been given a personal bond. What time do you work, sir, so that I can put that time on the tether?
I work at 8:30, and then from 8:30 anywhere. I was about to say it's like, really, to be honest, Your Honor, I'm not even BSing you. I do landscaping. So anytime it's snow, like right now at this point in time, I can be called in at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't have no set time to be at work at this point in time. But during the summertime and stuff like that, I have a set time that I be at work from 8:30 to 8:30 at night. But right now, though, it's like just random.
Will the court consider a non-restrictive GPS tether? That way, you know, we always know where Mr. Garrett's location is.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna go around her at all. I've been on tether already.
So Mr. Garrett, let's remain silent, okay? Trust me.
Yeah.
Things happen. Don't make any statements. You don't give any nothing. Yep.
So your court date is February 2nd, 2021, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Archer. This will be a Zoom hearing. It's your responsibility to connect on time for that hearing. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Please step away from the camera.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, I did receive verification from Judge King with respect to Richard Sperling. And as an officer of the court, I indicate that Judge King maintains that a personal bond is acceptable in this matter.
In what amount?
I did not get a specific amount. My notes reflect personal bond.
All right. What's your name, sir?
DeJuan Michael Caleb Sr.
This is case number 210440008, People of the State of Michigan versus Dewan Caleb Sr. Counsel.
Brian, for the record, Your Honor, if I could briefly retrieve Mr. Sayers' file.
This is Caleb.
Yeah.
Ready on Mr. Caleb, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Your appearance.
Brian Moran, CA 3665, on behalf of Mr. Dewan Caleb, waivable reading stand mute. Mr. Caleb's been advised of his constitutional rights.
All right. Court will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Counsel Esteban.
Esteban, Your Honor, I'd like this court to know Mr. Caleb is a 43-year-old lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. He has absolutely no prior criminal convictions, Your Honor. He actually has a great job as an essential worker here at the local Sinai Grace Hospital as a dietary aide. Now, I want the court to know that although he did not graduate high school, he did complete his trade in American building. He graduated from American building trade. He wants the court to know that it's not on any probation or parole. Has no habeas history, based on my understanding. Further, Your Honor, he wants this court to know that he has a very weak immune system, that he currently resides with his mother and grandmother. He's actually his grandmother's legal guardian. Further, Your Honor, I do understand that although count one may be troubling to the court, I would like the court to know that the age of the complaining witness, although I'm not making light of any of the allegations, but the complaining witness in this matter is 15 years old, allegedly. I'd ask this court respectfully, Your Honor, to issue a no contact order, of course, but to consider a personal bond here. Now, although count two, I mean, these are serious offenses.
They are very serious offenses.
But they are both charged as misdemeanors, and I'm not making light of the misdemeanor nature of these allegations. However, I ask the court to reserve any monetary bond to felony crimes that this court finds especially heinous. I don't believe that all those hearings that these misdemeanor allegations fit that, Your Honor.
Well, some misdemeanor allegations do require a monetary bond. These are assaultive in nature, both counts.
I completely understand, Your Honor. They are assaultive in nature. But I believe that Mr. Caleb's presumption of innocence should outweigh that at this stage, Your Honor. Further, I think that his ties to the community, coupled with his lack of habeas history and his lack of criminal history, should weigh in his favor. Now, Mr. Caleb's never been in any kind of trouble before. He has a great job. He's here. He's been in the city of Detroit his whole life. He's been working at the hospital, a frontline worker in this pandemic, Your Honor. I ask this court to give Mr. Caleb a chance, to allow him to leave today, and to begin mounting on his behalf outside of Wayne County Jail's custody. We respectfully ask for a personal bond with no contact.
So during the pendency of this matter, you're not to purchase or possess any firearms or any other dangerous weapons. You're not to use any alcohol, marijuana, or any illegal controlled substances. Are you clear on that, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Your Honor.
Okay, you're also not to have any contact with the complainant, who is Dewan Caleb Jr. I assume that's your son. So, does your client live at the same address as his son?
Yes.
Okay, so no contact. That means no physical or verbal contact, no contact by way of text or social media, no contact, well, I guess you can't say at school because I guess school is not in, but wherever he is doing his learning at this time, no contact with that location or his residence.
Okay.
Is that clear, sir?
Yes, can I make a statement?
Sir, you cannot, no. These are conditions of bond, and Judge Magistrate just wants to know if you understand. You're not going to
Yes,
argue your case at this stage. We're going to handle this our office is going to be with you this whole way, and we're going to handle this case and do what needs to be done at your next hearing. This is only for bond. I do not want you to get into any facts or any dynamic of this alleged situation.
okay, yes.
So you understand the no contact order?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Bond is set at $10,000 personal. Okay, so you have a probable cause date of, pretrial date. Yep, pretrial date of January 26th, 2021, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Bryant. That will be a Zoom hearing, and it'll be your responsibility to log in on time on that date. You understand that, sir?
Are you still Judge Bryant and not Judge Garrett? Because I understand that that's a domestic violence allegation, and I know that that's Judge Garrett's docket usually.
I can have the clerk check, but I was given the Judge Bryant as the judge. Madam Clerk, can you check to see if that's Judge Bryant or Judge Garrett?
Yes.
Okay.
Good stuff on you. You good? Yeah, he's good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
It's Brian.
Is Bryant? Okay, so it is Judge Bryant on Dewan Caleb, okay?
Okay, and Your Honor, can we ask BBC to put Mr. Zachary Crook on camera 2 to be interviewed?
Okay, DDC, can you put Mr. Crook, Zachary Crook, on camera 2? He needs to be interviewed. And if you can get your hands on Mr. Sperling, whenever you can get your hands on Mr. Sperling, we'll have him come back. What's your name, sir?
Mr. Crook, Zach Crook.
Okay, Mr. Crook, he needs to be on camera 2 for interviewing by the attorney.
Judge Jones said she'll do 5,000, 10%, no personal because you didn't show up.
That's Judge Jones. Okay. All right. So DDC, whenever you can get Richard Sperling and whenever you can bring back Nashawn Major, I would appreciate that.
No, bro.
Whose is this? Hold on. This is not that person. This is not Richard Sperling. What's your name, sir?
Richard Sperling?
Okay, counsel, we're recalling Richard Sperling. That is case number 2057860. Go ahead, counsel.
Brian Murad, PA 3665, on behalf of Mr. Richard Sperling. For the record, Your Honor, our office has been in contact with Judge King and has had permission from Judge King to change this KPS bond to a personal bond.
Okay. So there wasn't that, Madam Clerk, that there was not one, there was no capias there?
And I looked on the back to see if it was the alias, but I don't see it. And you see it on two, is it a second defendant on the case? No. Look up.
No.
Okay, yeah, this don't.
Just a second.
Shit, we ain't gonna get the next until 5:32.
And they didn't put anything on here on 12/4.
The guy out of 36.
Okay.
No.
I need you to rerun that. I don't want all of this on here because that didn't even apply to him. Okay. This will be a personal. Okay, sir, Mr. Sperling.
Yes, ma'am.
You heard the representation by counsel. This is going to be a $10,000 personal bond, sir.
Personal bond?
Wait, hold on, sir. Just stand there. What is it?
Case number on here.
Pardon me?
See if that name, we're trying to see if this name is the same. It's the same person.
Does your client use any aliases? Because that'll save a lot of time if we know that.
I'm not aware, Your Honor.
What is that? Sure, that's it. Laurent, that's it. It's 8, so it's the right person. Supposed to be 6102.
Enjoy your evening. I'm thinking it's home, nobody got right of this. All this I'm taking home.
Share with Charlie.
Oh, no, I was there. The other one I shared.
Share that with Charlie.
I was gonna let you know.
Are we going with the same court dates, ma'am?
Oh, hold on, we're trying to make sure, yes, it will be the same court date. February 2nd, did I give you that date?
February
No, I gave
2nd?
you February 2nd.
You gave us
8:30
114.
I gave you 114 and 121 when it was gonna be a cash bond. So this is a personal bond now, so it's February 2nd, 8:30 a.m. 36th District Court, Judge King. Do we still need Mr. Sperling, or can we have him move on? Okay, Mr. Sperling, you can step away from the camera.
The corrected one that I rejected, I told you about.
Okay.
Okay, so it's my.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you. Enjoy your evening.
This must be first
This is up there.
Yes.
Is the amount right?
10,000 personal, yes.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, the one for guns, gun use. Okay. Okay, we got what? 5 more on the men's side? Oh, no, wait a minute. We have this other Frederick King. Did they put that on the, that's not on the list though, is it?
Sean Major.
Okay, Mr. Major, we're recalling your matter. This is case number 1905794, People of the State of Michigan versus Nashon Major. Sir, we were in contact with Judge Jones regarding this. As you recall, this was a $5,000 cash surety bond. We've been in contact with Judge Jones. She has indicated that this can be amended to $5,000, 10%. So your bond is now $5,000, 10%. You still have January 13th and January 20th, 2021, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones by Zoom, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Go and step out.
All right. You may, I don't think this one is on the list. DDC, we have a ticket here for Frederick King. I don't see it on the list, but they gave me that ticket, so I'm not sure. Okay. Okay. So if you can find him, we'd like to at some point at the end of this docket take care of him. Apparently he's timing out.
What do you guys have next that's on the docket, man?
Whoever you,
That's ready.
wait, do you have Phelps ready, counsel?
Yes.
McClellan?
I got
Okay,
Phelps,
Gabe.
Gabe, Short.
I got a problem today and council probably don't.
Okay. Phelps and Gay, please.
Yeah. You're gay, right? Yeah. Step up and say your name.
Julian Gay.
All right. This is case number 210-55089, People of the State of Michigan versus Julian Joseph Gay. Counsel?
I'm Marat, DA 3665, on behalf of Mr. Julian Gay, we agree to extend you, Mr. Gay, to the advisory.
All right, so the court's going to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. DDC, are there any holds?
No hold.
Okay, go ahead, counsel.
As bond, Your Honor, Mr. Gay is a 26-year-old lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. He wants this court to be aware that he has no prior felonious convictions, no habeas history, is not on any probation or parole. He doesn't have gainful employment, is working at Amazon. Most importantly in this matter, Your Honor, I want this court to know that Mr. Gay is not residing with the complaining witness on the campus address, and instead will be living in an entirely different city in Oak Park. Are still the greater Detroit area, so he will still be local, but will not be in the city of Detroit and not anywhere near Nashon Scott, Your Honor. He's going to be staying at a completely different city, at a completely different residence. He does have 2 children in the community, Your Honor. He does care for. We do not want him to lose his job. He just got a great job at Amazon, Your Honor. We're going to respectfully ask this court, of course, for a no contact order and a personal bond.
Okay, well, the court has some serious concerns about this. These are assaultive charges, and allegedly there was a gun involved. Yeah, so the court has some serious concerns regarding this. While the court is not aware of any capious history, the court does feel that there's some danger to the community at large, and especially to this particular complainant.
Would the court be willing to address that safety with a no contact order and maybe some GPS monitoring device?
Well, there's definitely going to be a no contact order, sir. First of all, sir, you're in the pendency of this matter, not to use any alcohol, marijuana, or illegal controlled substances. You're also not to possess or purchase a firearm or dangerous weapon. In addition, you're not to have any contact with Shantanique Scott, no physical or verbal contact, no contact by way of text or social media, no contact with her place of employment, school, or residence. Is that clear, sir?
Just not one question.
So, speak to
Whatever
your
question you're gonna ask, please don't, make sure it's not about any facts of the case. I'd ask you to only ask a question about your court date or a condition of your bond. Please do not volunteer any information as to what actually happened.
No, I just wanted, because I have live animals in that house. I just want to know, would I be able to tell somebody to get it for me or something like that? I have live snakes. And so it'd be
Based
hard
on
to
my
make.
client's representations, Your Honor, I'd ask the court to allow him a one-time police escort to retrieve his belongings.
only with a police escort is he to go there. Other than that, if he cannot get a police escort, he cannot be the one to go retrieve the animals.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, the court is also, has also been advised of Mr. Gay's community ties. Apparently he is employed, not sure for how long, so I don't know how long he's had that particular tie. But the court is also mindful of the fact that there is a pandemic. However, these are extremely serious charges. And once again, as the court has indicated, there were weapons involved with the assault allegedly.
Excuse me, Judge.
The court is going to sit.
Sir,
Yes.
That's your attorney speaking to you.
I really have to advise you to remain silent unless you think there's a pressing issue about a court rate or a condition of your bond. If you start getting into the facts of this case, prosecutors are listening to these arraignments and they will use it against you. The only reason I'm asking you to be quiet is for your own protection and your own safety.
Okay.
But if you have a question that you really want to ask, you can go ahead and ask it.
It's okay.
Okay. Court is setting this bond in the amount of $10,000, 10% with a GPS tether. All right.
Is there any way the court would consider a 5,000, 10% with tether? I just believe that would be a little more reasonable for Mr. Gay to post with his job.
The court is too concerned about this. You said he has a job. You said he has a job at Amazon. Last I heard, they paid pretty well. The court is convinced that he would be able to post this bond if that is where he works. $10,000, 10% GPS tether, sir. Please step away from the camera. Did I get the dates? I didn't give you the dates. January 15th, January 22nd. Mr. Gay, come back, please, so I can give you your dates.
Come back down here. Come on. Back down here. Back.
What did you hand me this for? Oh, I see.
Yes.
I just want to give you your court dates. You're scheduled to go to probable cause date of January 15th, preliminary exam date of January 22nd, 2021, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones. And that's going to be a Zoom hearing. It's your responsibility to connect on time on that date. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. You may step away.
Your Honor, I'm going to call counsel to do Mr. Phelps. I believe he wanted to.
Mr. Phelps, okay.
Zachary Crook.
Okay, this is Crook, counsel. Just a second, Mr. Crook. I'm waiting for the attorney to step back in the courtroom. Okay, we ready? All right, this is case number 210-55086, people of the state of Michigan versus Zachary Crook. Counsel.
Your Honor, I have not located Mr. Cook's sheet. The court would just give me one more minute, I'm sorry.
Interrogation. Let's make it out. Well, exactly. Yeah. What's he doing? For somebody who came in some kind and started working.
Okay, this is case number 210-55086, people of the state of Michigan versus Zachary Crook. Counsel.
Hi, Marathi, 3665, on behalf of Mr. Zachary Crook. I'll wait for you to stand in. Mr. Crook's been advised of his constitutional rights.
All right, sir, the court's going to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Counsel Esteban.
Esteban, Your Honor, I'd like the court to know that Mr. Crook is 30 years old, Your Honor. He has absolutely no prior criminal convictions. He's graduated from Little College. He's gainfully employed at Pacific International. He wants the court to know he has no criminal history or any capious history. As these are serious but not assaultive allegations, we ask for personal bond.
Yes, these are serious allegations, sir. However, they are non-assaultive it is a non-assaultive charge on its face. Does not appear that the weapon was being used in an assaultive manner, allegedly. So based on the information provided by counsel, as well as that in the investigator's report, the court has also taken into consideration ties to the community, and there is no history of capious that the court is aware of. The court is also mindful of the ongoing global pandemic. The court is going to set bond in this matter in the amount of $5,000 personal. Sir, you have a probable cause conference on February 2nd, 2021, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge King. This is going to be a Zoom hearing, and you will be required to log in on time. During this time, you're not to possess or purchase any firearms or any other dangerous weapons. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, sir, you may step away from the camera.
Who are your tickets? Who's the traffic court stuff for, ma'am?
Frederick Mark King.
King. Thank you.
Counsel, how you doing with Phelps and McClellan?
Ready on Phelps. I don't know if the call has been interviewed or is even still there.
Okay, and what about all the females?
I have Brunner, Williams, and Wise.
You have Brunner, Wise, Williams. What about Hightower?
I do not have Hightower or McClellan. Those are the two I'm missing.
Okay.
Let me check on them.
All right. Hightower and McClellan have been released. Okay, McClellan is released. All right, you see that? I'll put that over to the side. And Hightower is released. What's your name, sir? Okay. These two are released.
Okay.
Okay, this is case number 210-55084, People of the State of Michigan versus Richard Hugh Phelps. Counsel.
Brian Moran, PA 3665, on behalf of Mr. Richard Phelps. Waive reading stand mute. Mr. Phelps has been advised of this constitutional right.
Okay, sir, the court's going to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Counsel Esteban.
Esteban, Your Honor, I'd like this court to know that Mr. Phelps is a 44-year-old lifetime resident here in the city of, here in the state of Michigan. And in his 44 years, Your Honor, he's had no criminal history whatsoever, no priors, no case history. He's been employed doing construction at this time. He wants us to let this court know that he's earned his associate's degree as well. Your Honor, we ask this court respectfully, I understand what these allegations are here. I'd ask this court to consider a personal bond, as Mr. Phelps does have ties to the community, including a wife and daughter here in the state of Michigan. And I'd ask this court, I understand that these are assaultive allegations with respect to count 2. However, under a categorical approach, the least culpable offenses under that statute are not assaultive. But without getting into that, we'd ask this court to grant our request for a personal bond on behalf of Mr. Phelps, as there are no civilian complaining witnesses in this particular matter, and Mr. Phelps will make it to the next court.
Okay, well, no, there are no civilian complainants. They're officers that are complainants. Does your client have a valid driver's license? Does your client have a valid driver's license?
I'm not aware, Your Honor.
Okay, sir, there's no driving without a valid license. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Court has taken into consideration the information provided by counsel as well as that in the investigator's report. Court finds that there are ties to the community and that court is not aware of any capious history. Court is also mindful that we are currently in a pandemic. Court is going to set your bond, sir, in the amount of $5,000 personal. You have a probable cause date of February 2nd, 2021, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge King. This will be by Zoom, and it will be your responsibility, sir, to log into the Zoom hearing on time. Do you understand that, sir? Sir, do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
You have to speak.
He said yes, twice.
Okay, all I can do is I can just see his head nodding.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Come on, Phil. Yeah, your room. You'll be leaving out later on. Okay, come on. You gotta go to the council. Whatever your possible justice.
Stand right here.
No, you can't have a water, come down.
Stand right here. Yeah.
Go on.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Frederick King, F-R-E-D-E-R-I-C-K, last name too, K-I-N-G.
All right, this is case number Z808114. People of the state of Michigan versus Frederick Mark King. Okay, you have not had an opportunity to speak with him, is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
I have not.
Issue.
Okay,
And
sir.
our office doesn't do any of the time.
All right, you're charged with operating with a high BAC. It's a misdemeanor with a penalty of 180 days and or $200 to $700 and or 360 hours of community service with rehabilitative programs. Did you hear the charge and the penalties that you could receive?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, high BAC sounds more like a misdemeanor, and that sounds like that's usually one of our cases.
It is a misdemeanor. It's a 180-day misdemeanor.
We have not been given a write-up, a name, a case number, or anything on this matter.
So this is something that you will handle?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
You would need to be interviewed and the results of the process.
All right. Okay, sir, it appears that we're not quite ready for you. Tell me what you need.
So, Your Honor, if the court wants, it can arrange him, we can go over his rights, but we would prefer to put him in front of camera too and interview him in order for us to.
Okay, well, understand this is the last male, and then we're going to the females. That's where we are for today. How do you want to handle it?
So I would prefer to have the opportunity to interview him and go over his rights with him.
Okay. DDC, would you please put Mr. King in front of camera too, so he can be interviewed by counsel, and then I'm going to meet you on the female side.
Just stay here until he's done, and then we'll go to the females, up in there.
I'm sorry?
My other girl just went home, so, up in there.
I can't hear you.
I can't leave him over here by himself, so when they're done interviewing, we'll do him, and then we'll go to the females.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Your Honor, can I have the information sheet on his charges?
I don't have anything to give you other than does it have it on there?
Is there a case number on here?
The case number is on here. Z
Oh.
808.
Then I'm sorry, then that is a city case. And that is not one of our, I'd like to double check with Counsel Reagan,
Okay,
if I may. Am I allowed to walk out of the courtroom with this?
go ahead.
Thank you. Never mind, we're not doing this matter.
Okay. All right, DDC, I guess he can come back in front of the camera one. All right, sir. Once again, this is recalling case number Z808114. People of the state of Michigan versus Frederick Mark King, charged with operating with a high BAC. It's a misdemeanor with a penalty of 180 days and or $200 to $700 and or 360 hours of community service with rehabilitative programs. Sir, did you hear the charges and the penalties that you could receive?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. You have a pretrial date of February 4th, 2021, 9:00 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Hennot Johnson. Okay. You have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you at public expense. Do you understand your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir. Have you had any other alcohol-related offenses ever?
Yes, ma'am.
When, and what was the offense?
I had a DUI back in, it's about 25 years ago.
About 25 years ago?
Yes, ma'am, like 2014.
2014?
No, I mean, no, 19, what is it? It was, let's say, it was like 25 years ago. I can't remember the exact date.
Okay, are you currently in substance abuse treatment?
I'm in and out.
Oh, okay. When was the last time you were in?
I went to receiving crisis center. That was about maybe 3 weeks ago.
All right. Okay, sir. The court is, of course, this is a serious allegation. There's public safety involved. In reading the investigator's report, it appears that the data master results were 0.35 and 0.34, making this clearly well over 4 times the legal limit. So the court is concerned seriously about the public safety if you were to be allowed out. Are you employed, sir?
Yes, self-employed. I do heating and cooling, plumbing and electrical.
Okay. Do you live in the community?
Yes, I do.
Okay, let me start by saying you are not to use alcohol, marijuana, or illegal controlled substance. Do you have a valid license?
No, I do not. I was in the process of paying my tickets.
No drinking or driving. You must have an alcohol tether. Your bond is set at $10,000. Personal with an alcohol tether. No drinking, no driving. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please step away from the camera. All right, DDC, we'll meet you on the female side. Counsel still here? No?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so you do have Williams, Wise, and Bruner?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll be on tomorrow.
Pardon me?
We'll be on tomorrow. Small thing.
But I don't think we have any. When I looked, it didn't appear that we did. I'm fine. First of all, I need you to remove the hood. What's your name? Case number 210555079, people of the state of Michigan versus Naya Lachey Wise. Counsel.
Driver on PA 3665 on behalf of Ms. Naya Wise, we agree to stand with Wise and advise the Constitutional.
Court will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Counsel Esteban.
Esteban, Your Honor, I'd like this court to know Ms. Wise is only 19 years old. She's a lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit with absolutely no prior criminal convictions. Your Honor, she's gainfully employed at Colony Island and Woodward Cafe. She's actually 5 months pregnant as we speak. Your Honor, we respectfully ask this court immediately for a personal bond and turn on assault evaluation.
Okay, ma'am, these are serious allegations. However, at this time, it does not appear that they were assaultive in nature. Based on the counsel's representation as well as the investigator's report, it appears that there are ties to the community and that you are working. I assume you live in the community. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor. She's a lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit.
Okay. All right.
So, mother, a boyfriend, a lot of people who are rooting for her, Your Honor.
Also, you obviously have family ties here. Court is not aware of any capious history. Court is also mindful that there is a worldwide pandemic at this time. Ma'am, during the pendency of this matter, you're not to purchase or possess any firearms or any other dangerous weapons. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Bond, ma'am, is being set in the amount of $5,000 personal. You have a probable cause date of January 26, 2021, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles. All right, ma'am, you may step away from the camera. What is your name?
Mary Amber.
This case number 210555085, people of the state of Michigan versus Marianne Elizabeth Bruner. Counsel.
Bond will not be responsible against this Miriam Bruner, waiver extended. Ms. Bruner for the advisory council.
All right. Ma'am, court's going to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Counsel Esteban.
Bond around Ms. Bruner is 22 years old, lifetime resident here in the state of Michigan, with absolutely no prior criminal convictions. As a high school graduate as well, no previous history of criminal history. She's unemployed, so unable to post a monetary bond. We respectfully ask this court for a personal bond.
Okay, based on counsel's representation and the information provided in the investigator's report, court is satisfied that this is not an assaultive charge. There are also no, there's no habeas history that the court is aware of. The court is satisfied that there is community, have community ties. Ma'am, you're not to purchase or possess any firearms or any dangerous weapons during the pendency of this matter. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Court is also mindful that currently in a pandemic, court is going to set bond in the amount of $5,000 personal. Ma'am, you may step away from the camera. Did I not give the court date? The court date is January 26, 2021, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles. That'll be by Zoom, and it'll be your responsibility to contact the court by, ma'am. It will be your responsibility to contact the court by Zoom on the given date on time. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Thank you. Now you may step away from the camera.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What's your name? This is case number 210440009, people of the state of Michigan versus Tamara Williams, AKA Tamara Nicole Williams. Counsel.
Brian Marotti, 3665, on behalf of Ms. Tamara Williams, waiver extended. Ms. Williams has been advised for constitutional rights.
Court will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf as to bond, counsel.
Bond, Your Honor, Ms. Williams is 26 years old. She's a lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit with absolutely no prior criminal history, nor any habeas history. She's gainfully employed at Century Security Group.
And where?
Graduate, Century Security Group. She's a high school graduate. She will be residing with her mother while this matter is pending, Your Honor. She does have 4 children ranging between the ages of 5 months and 10 years old. None of them in any sort of trouble, Your Honor. We ask for a personal bond, of course, with no contact order with the complaining witness in this matter.
Hey, ma'am, you're not to have any contact with the complainant, Larry Long. No physical or verbal contact, no contact by way of text or social media, no contact with his place of employment, school, or residence. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, according to the investigator's report, counsel, they do reside at the same address, and you're confident that she will not be residing at that address?
Yes, absolutely. She'll be residing with her mother, Your Honor, at a different address.
Okay. All right. This matter is assaultive in nature, and it's a very serious charge, ma'am. Court is not aware of any capious history. Apparently, there are ties to the community. Court is also aware that there is a global pandemic at this time. The court is serious about no contact. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes, we do have a 5-month-old baby, together.
So,
well, okay.
So, ma'am, you're gonna have to have no contact, and any
that's
children must go to a third party or get more permission from your next judge, okay? As of now, no contact.
Okay.
Court's going to set bond in the amount of $5,000 personal. You have a pretrial date of January 26th, 2021, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Austin Garrett. That will be a Zoom hearing, and you will be responsible, ma'am, to log into the Zoom hearing on time. Do you understand that? Did you say yes?
Yes.
Okay, all right, ma'am, you may step away from the cameras.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, is that it?
That's it.
Okay, thank you, DDC. I think that's it.